I remember that there were two themes, polar opposites, and school days, so I've looked for a couple of school-themed ones in this book to be able to share with you. Just different things. From the book, for Volume 1, different shows. This was from a show called 1X, and it is called Walking Home from School. Once, when I was little, I was walking home from the bus stop, filled with fear, like I always was. The other kids made fun of me. They called me names. Sometimes they'd throw rocks at me. Once they pulled me to push me to the ground. I went home, bleeding knees and tears. But once, I'll never forget it. I was walking, Patty from 121st Street was walking behind me, and then she threw her gym shoes at me. They landed right next to me as I was walking down that first big hill. I don't know if I stopped, but I remember for one brief moment looking at the tall tree branches next to the road, all the tangled, dead branches, and I thought, all I had to do was pick up her shoes and throw them as hard as I could, and she would never get her shoes back. I looked at the trees for only a moment, and then I continued walking as fast as I could, as I always did, and suddenly the shoes were long behind me, and the others were laughing. I look back now, and I wonder why I didn't do it. Was I scared of them? Was I scared of myself? I still keep asking myself that. And here's more fun themed one since we talked about prom. This was from a Woman on the Beach show. And it's called An Outline to the Apex of Rites of Passage. It was one of those rites of passage, about a mitzvah of sorts, but this was bigger, much bigger than shaving for the first time or getting your period. This was a chance for all young high school men to lose their virginity, and a chance for all young high school women to dress up, feel like adults, look pretty. Everyone felt this driving need to go through this rite of passage, to not be left out, to be a part of the group. Either way, you at least got to take a day off of school. But like every rite of passage, the high school prom is probably more traumatic than fun, because no matter what, you have to feel like you have to go, and the entire time you have to look like you're having fun, especially for the photographs. You have to have that perfect record of the perfect life so that you can upstage everyone else. With every apex aspect of prom, there's always a conflict, an expense, or an irony. I mean, this is supposed to be one of the best times of your life, and it's wrought with confusion. First, find the right date. Has to be someone socially acceptable, otherwise it would be less embarrassing to just not go. Then go through the trauma of actually asking your prospective date to actually go with you, or if you're a woman, wait to be asked, which is almost more cruel. Then see which of your friends are going, organize a group so you can all go together to your prom. Then you have to start working out the details. For men, this meant transportation, the cheapest tuxedo, what kind of corsage to buy, something that's pinned on, or something they wear on their wrist, or something that they carry, like a bouquet. Oh, don't forget the most important part, enough liquor and/or condoms. Now, note how suddenly the prospect of multiple hookers performing anything that you could ever possibly want would be less expensive and probably less of a hassle than this quote-unquote date. Now, for women, the details meant picking out the right dress, the right shoes, the right purse, the right jewelry, the right perfume, the right makeup, the right hairstyle. Note how you have to coordinate your clothing with your date. So much like real life. Then beg your parents to let you wear the dress you picked out, or keep the makeup and the hairstyle the way you wanted to. Beg your parents to let you borrow their sports car. Beg your parents for enough money to pay for the limo, the flowers, the clothes, the film for the camera. Beg your parents to let you stay out past curfew. How about 6 a.m.? Just this once. But come on, it's prom. Then the big day arrives. Ditch school because, you know, getting your hairstyle can take hours and you have to spend some time in the sun so you don't look as pale as a ghost for your pictures. Then, after getting ready in an inordinate amount of time, meet up, take pictures. Ugh. This usually entails the man picking up the woman, taking pictures at the woman's parents' house, then going back to the man's parents' house to take more pictures. It's almost worse than a wedding. Then, finally, arrive at prom, take more pictures, talk to as many friends as you possibly can there, compliment everyone's dresses and tuxedos, find out what everyone else is doing after prom, see if anyone's doing anything more interesting than you. Note how many women are repeatedly hiking and pulling up their dresses so that they don't fall out of them. Note how many men are already drunk. And look, it's not even dinner yet. Take lots of pictures with your Instamatic cameras. Let's do a group photo. Hell, wait, let's take a picture with so-and-so. Then eat. Try to figure out how to eat your salad without using your knife. Check to see how little the women are actually eating. Note how many women all go to the bathroom in groups. In any case, whatever you do, don't stop feeling awkward, but keep smiling. Then the dancing. Try to remember what your father taught you. Try not to look too stiff. Try not to sway. Dance in a box, right foot forward, feet together, left foot back, feet together. Oh, and then you can always just resort to the usual high school standby. Wrap your arms around each other and sway, occasionally making out in the middle of the dance floor. Note how many women have their lipstick smeared on their cheek or their date's collar. Note how many bow ties have loosened. Then, collect your things, say your goodbyes, take a few more photos, and head to the after-prom activities. Possible options include a late dinner, a 4-hour boat cruise, a walk along the lake, a bonfire, bowling, or to go to a party, or in the back of your dad's sports car. Note how disheveled you look at 6 a.m. Try to clean yourself up in the car before you get in the driveway, in case your parents are actually waiting for you there. Don't make out for too long as you say your goodbyes in front of your house. Then, get into the house as quietly as you possibly can. Drop off all your clothes into a pile in the middle of the bedroom floor and collapse on your bed. Here's a helpful hint. Drink a glass of water and take a vitamin and some aspirin before crashing. It'll help with the hangover. Then try to sleep and try to get some sleep for the day after prom activities, maybe an amusement park trip. And keep in mind that even though prom is over, your friends will be rehashing it for at least a week. This is the ritual. Now go to sleep. I have a shorter one for the ending for you. It's in the happier note, and this is from a show that was called Death and Rebirth, and that's because it happened to be on the anniversary of the day they almost died in a car accident. But anyway, this is one of the ending pieces, and I guess it's more Rebirth. This is 10 and 10 plus 2. Maybe I'm not a writer. Maybe I'm not an artist. Maybe I'm an observer. But it is as if the gods are paying me back for everything by giving me you. And with you, I have walked over the tops of glaciers. With you, I have watched solar storms from near the Arctic Circle. We've even held hands at the Great Wall of China. As I said before, I'm only an observer. And with these observations, I thee wed, because I will never let you go. I've seen galaxies collide. I've seen comets smash into planets. I've seen supernova and the death of stars. And in all of that, I still found you. As I said, I'm only an observer, but I found what I've been looking for. So I'll tighten my grip on your hand, because I don't ever want to let you go.